As an Asian man who migrated to Australia and living here for the last 17 years of my life, what I've come to learn is that there's a very specific and unique type of social anxiety that is only experienced by Asian men. And I've only come to learn this through many, many years of frustration about not having positive social outcome. What I've come to learn is that in addition to just the normal anxiety that everyone experiences, as an Asian guy, there's another factor, another contributing factor to our social anxiety, and that is the fear and expectation to be rejected due to stereotype threats. As Asian men, we are portrayed quite negatively in the Western media. We're always portrayed as a character who is socially weird, socially awkward, non-dominant, and a little bit passive and reactive. Even though we know that these characteristics don't define us as individuals. Knowing that other people have this sort of view towards us automatically puts us in this weird mindset when it comes to social situations. And what I've observed is that as an Asian guy going into a social situation where there are other non-Asian people, automatically, before I even do or say anything, I'm already expecting them to sort of socially reject me to a certain level because of my race. And when I say social rejection, I don't mean they're gonna sort of cut me out and just be blatantly racist and sort of ostracize me. But what I mean is that you expect people to sort of rank you at the bottom of the social ladder. And what do you think is going to happen when you go into a social situation already expecting to be rejected, already expecting to fail? How do you think that's going to affect the way you portray yourself? Your body language, the way you speak, whether or not you speak, the way you make eye contact. What winds up happening is I'm stuck in this cycle where I feel socially anxious because of stereotype threats from other people, and which then prevents me from behaving in a way that promotes social success, which means that I don't get social success. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And this happened over and over and over again for so many years and caused me so much grief and frustration. And it took me so long to realize what's happening and to figure out a way to sort of break this negative cycle. So when it comes down to breaking this self-fulfilling prophecy, it comes down to two things. And the first thing is you have to be mindful and aware of when it's happening. Next time you go into a social situation with other non-Asian people and you're starting to feel this pressure, this anxiety building up inside of you, which is caused by this expectation that you have that other people are going to judge you for your own race. Rather than let your anxiety prevent you from speaking, prevent you from expressing yourself, prevent you from sharing yourself, you have to bring up the decision to act, to behave up to the conscious level. Yes, it will elevate your level of anxiety, but by being mindful and sticking to it, then acting in spite of fear, you're going to get more social success. You're going to build more connection with other people. People will start to respond to you more positively and they're going to start to like you and connect with you more. These wins are exactly how you build more and more social confidence and how you become more and more comfortable about your own identity as an Asian man, and how you begin to realize that yes, stereotypes do exist. Yes, people subconsciously do put us and view us through this filter, unfortunately, but it doesn't take much at all to disarm people of their stereotypical views of you. So when you start becoming more mindful and aware of when you're feeling social anxiety and you're trying to act in spite of fear, you're going to feel a lot of resistance. It's going to feel like you're doing bungee jumping. You are scared as hell, but you're trying to force yourself to jump, and it's going to be a lot of resistance, and it's going to be really hard mentally. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be like bungee jumping. You can break down your success into smaller chunks. You don't have to go from being someone who's normally quite quiet around in social situations to becoming someone who's suddenly really talkative. You can define success as small things that you slowly build up the courage to do. I went from someone who's totally silent in social situation, not a single word, to dropping sentences here and there, to sharing personal stories about myself, moving into someone who have an opinion, expressing my own opinion about topics. This is starting to get a little bit risky here, into someone who cracks a joke which is prepared, to someone who cracks lame jokes shamelessly. You don't have to go from 0 to 100 in one go. And give yourself a pat on the back. Recognize when you've succeeded. Whether it's something small like holding an eye contact for a bit longer than you usually do, recognize that that is success for you at the moment. Slowly build that up. You will gain momentum as you go, but do it every day. You have to keep on doing it every day because that is how confidence works. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has been helpful for you. I totally understand how frustrating it could be as an Asian guy trying to navigate through these stereotypes. All it comes down to, as I said, is break out of this self-fulfilling prophecy cycle. By being mindful of the reason why you're feeling this way, bringing your decision to behave differently to a conscious level, and breaking down those success into smaller chunks. Until next time, all the best. Thank you.